President Vladimir Zelensky has slammed the idea of recognising Ukraine's Crimea region as Russian territory as part of any proposed peace deal. The US has offered to concede to Russian ownership of the region in a reported 7-point plan in exchange for Putin freezing the front line. But Zelensky vowed Ukraine would not, under any circumstances, hand over the land, which Russia invaded in 2014. He said, "There is nothing to talk about. This violates our constitution. This is our territory, the territory of the people of Ukraine." Zelensky's rebuttal comes as officials from the UK, the US and the EU are meeting in London today to push forward the peace process. The talks have been downgraded after a sudden withdrawal of Marco Rubio, US Secretary of State, and Steve Witkoff, Donald Trump's special envoy, from the discussions just last night. Lower-level officials will meet instead, and the reported 7-point plan drawn up by the US is likely to be high on the agenda.
Well, I do know, yes, that General Kellogg is there. And so he will be having those conversations. So we look forward to hearing back from him about whether or not we've had some success in London.
So, what was potentially in this plan for peace? According to reports in The Telegraph, the main points include an immediate ceasefire in Ukraine and direct talks between Ukraine and Russia. It would also require Ukraine to be barred from joining NATO. In their part of the deal, the US would give de facto recognition of 4 Ukrainian territories occupied by Russia along current lines of control, and, as already scoffed at by Zelensky, the US would formally recognise Russian sovereignty over Crimea. The US would also commit to lifting sanctions on Russia so both countries could cooperate on energy. And finally, Ukraine would be required to sign a minerals deal to share profits on natural resources with the US. Trump has said he hopes a peace deal can be reached this week, and American diplomats are hoping to end the war before the president's 100th day in office next Wednesday.